You hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, if you'll raise your right hand. If you'll raise your right hand, please. Do you and each of you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call should be the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir. I do.
All righty. Let me give you the will, or did I already give you the will?
State your name for the court, please. Stay on to the. And you're one of the co-independent executors for your father, Mr. J. Doshi, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Doshi was a resident of Jefferson County, Texas at the time of his death, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And I'll show you his last will, and do you recognize that is his last will and testament?
Yes, sir.
To your knowledge, was it ever revoked before his death?
Yes, sir.
You've read the proof of death and other facts. Is everything in it true and correct?
Yes, sir.
And do you know of any reason why you would be disqualified to serve as executor of this estate?
Yes, sir.
All right, please.
Yeah, let me,
Sure.
it's faster if I'm doing it. All right, Mr. Doshi, I'm gonna hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of your father. Do you recognize that as being his will?
I do.
Okay, and I'm gonna go back to the signature page. If you recognize that as being his signature.
I do.
And after the date he made this will, which appears to have been on January 14th of 2020, to your knowledge, did he ever change it or revoke it?
He did not.
All right. You can go ahead and sign your proof. So what's going to happen, Mr. Doshi, is you're going to, or have you already provided him with the proof of
Yes,
death?
he has a proof of death. and a
Okay. Have you read that proof of death, another fact?
I have.
Is everything contained in that document true and correct and within your personal knowledge?
It is.
All right, so you're gonna make arrangements to sign that before a notary public. Once you get that done, along with your oath that's attached to it, if you'll return those to Mr. Snyder, he's gonna e-file those. When he does that, because your brother is signing it here in court, then I will sign the order admitting the will to probate and authorizing the issuance of letters testamentary to you that will allow each of you to administer the estate. And I know that Mr. Snyder is going to do a good job of guiding y'all through the process. So if y'all need anything else, let me know. I hope everything goes well. I feel very sorry for y'all's loss. You need anything else,
No,
Mr.
sir,
Snyder?
I'm good. Thank you.
All right, just call me if you need anything.
All right, thank you.
Y'all have a great week. Take care of yourself.
Thank you.
You may be excused, Mr. Doshi.
Thank you, sir.
You.
Apparently she works for school and was at the woodland because the will stars test tomorrow.
Okay.
Into other courts, so apparently she just didn't think it necessary to notify.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Hopefully we'll get her in here.
Okay.
Mr. Brinkley, you got Sinclair, both Sinclairs, and you had somebody else by Zoom on the, what is it, Rito case?
Katie Booth said it would be the person that would be in there
And what's their name? You remember?
for the Sinclairs or for the,
For the Rito.
oh, it's Katie Bousset, Bouse. Showing up. She's a coordinator in like another court and they were having
Attorney
court.
Christine Willie,
What's that?
Christine Willie, attorney maybe?
No, she's here. Miss Willie has got a Zoom on the Burton case.
From the Sinclair case, you'll have Patrick and Michael Sinclair and you'll have Kurt Giles and Tammy Giles. They're about the two witnesses in the Sinclair matter.
We want to trust her first.
Probably, Katie May said that she might have to be in court and daughters, we may have to
Okay, so let's go
reschedule her.
first and Claire first, yeah.
Do you have different,
Yeah, Commissioner.
applicants? Oh, they're both muniments on
Yes, sir.
Sinclair.
And it's both the boys, the sons of Thelma and Mr. Sinclair are both the applicants. Mike and
Okay, and
Patrick.
since they're both self-proven.
Correct.
I
Okay,
have Mike and Patrick and that's it, right?
Yeah, and there's gonna be Kurt Giles and Tammy Giles, and their handwriting
On that
experts
same
on
one?
Thelma because of the, I wanna say it was a copy. Yeah, Thelma's is a copy.
I don't have a Giles.
Okay.
I have an Aaron T. I have a attorney Christine Ray, John, Leslie, and a Grace G.
Okay, yeah, Kurt and Tammy Giles are our witnesses. Maybe Patrick and Michael can speak to that.
Okay.
And they may be together. Who knows?
Okay.
Thelma died first.
Hmm?
Get it printed out?
Okay, you can bring it up here. All right, y'all take care.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Can you ask Michael Sinclair? Here, can you talk to Michael?
Okay,
And ask Michael where the, if he thinks that or.
okay. Michael, can you hear me right now? I can't hear you.
There we go. Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Great, hey, Michael. Hey, we're looking for a couple of people who don't seem to be showing up on Zoom. I'm not seeing Patrick. Is Patrick with you right now, or is he?
He is on under Sharice Sinclair. He's just, I guess he's working on his video.
Very good, very good. I see Sharice Sinclair there.
Can
The other,
can you hear me? Sorry.
yes, I can. The other people that were looking, Kurt and Tammy Giles, and I'm not seeing them on here either. Have y'all talked to them? We
Yeah.
talked to them, they were gonna be on.
Call them real quick here, make sure they're,
Sorry, guys. I'm not Zoom proficient and I can't seem to turn my video on.
That's Patrick. that's saying
Okay, at
that.
the bottom left-hand corner of your screen, there should, if it's a touch screen, if you hover down there, there should be a camera with a line through it. And you
Well,
enable that.
I can see the camera, but it says it's telling me to stop video, but I don't have video running. So
Okay, would you make sure that your lens of your camera is not covered up by something?
no, sir, it's not. Let's see. Video settings. Help me out here, honey.
Is your computer, is it a laptop or a PC?
Laptop.
Does it have a camera?
Yes. Yes, sir, it does. I already tried the grant access. Okay, I've got my better half working on it right now. I can count on one hand how many times I've been on a Zoom call. See, I selected it. I don't want to quit.
And now Michael is muted.
He's calling.
hey, Dean,
Michael?
I just talked to Tammy and she said that they're in the waiting room, so somebody needs to allow them in.
What are they under?
Do you know what name they may be under?
Might
John-
be under
John-
Captain Cars, possibly.
No. don't.
Yeah, John Geezy and Grace G. Does that ring a bell?
Say it again.
John Geezy and Grace G. Okay, gotcha.
So, let me try it this way.
We're not seeing them we're not seeing them in the waiting room right now.
Yeah, she said they can see the same intro we saw. So they're waiting to be allowed in.
Hmm,
Okay.
Could be Jamie Giles, Kurt Giles, Captain Cars, Captain.
Okay.
Oh, Grace, that might be
That
them.
may be it. If Grace G can turn her, she's muted.
You sure
Yeah.
it's Zoom?
I
What's going on here? Okay, let's try to get back in here.
I'm trying on my laptop, on my iPad now.
Okay,
Don't.
I'm just trying to see if you can, this would probably be easier for you.
This is fucked up.
You should have tested.
Baby, I did test it. Test started. I did this. It worked.
That was just speaker. You didn't test video. See video on here. Video.
yeah. So Sherry's Patrick. So he's trying to come in on his iPad. And then, let's see. And then Grace is gonna, we think that's the,
I don't know.
Join computer on it. So yeah.
I think that's on.
yeah. 'Cause Patrick, one of the computers off.
Or is it at least seven?
Or the-
I don't know. Leave it on there. Just gonna have to try to.
Okay, I'm trying on the iPad. Can you, anybody hear me on the iPad?
Yes.
Okay. For whatever reason, we cannot get video on either. I don't know what to do. We've tried everything.
Okay, I can't do it without the.
Yeah.
video.
Patrick, we may have to reschedule your testimony. We'll get Michael's testimony, and if the witnesses are joining us, we'll get their testimony, and we may have. to
Wait. I just found start video on my iPad. Hold on.
Okay.
There
There
you
you go.
I get it? Okay, there. Sorry.
We still don't have the.
Okay, we're still trying to get Grace.
Okay, well, let's take the testimony
Let's do
from
it.
the brothers.
Very good.
All right, if you, Michael and Patrick, if you will raise your right hands, please. Do you and each of you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call should be the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Okay, I'm gonna hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Thelma Sinclair. Do y'all recognize that as being such?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Okay, and I'm gonna go back to the signature page and ask you if that appears to be a copy of her signature on that document.
Yeah,
Yes, I reckon loops.
Okay, and after the date she made this will, which purports to be May 24th of 2013, to your knowledge, did she ever change it or revoke it?
Nope.
No, sir.
Okay, and next, I'm gonna hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Mr. Marion Sinclair. Do y'all recognize that as being his will?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
And likewise, y'all recognize that as being signature.
Yes, sir.
Sure do.
And after the date he made this will on December 18th of 2013, to your knowledge, did he ever change it or revoke it?
No, sir.
Okay. Go right ahead.
Okay. Fellas, I'm gonna start with your mom's estate, and if you'll look at the document called the proof of death and other facts for probating your mom's will as agreement of title, can you verify that all of the information on there is true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
And we're referring to Thelma Sinclair at this moment, correct?
Okay. Yes.
Yes, sir. I agree.
Okay. And was that Mike that said that or Patrick that said that?
That was Patrick, but likewise, I agree as well.
Okay, very good. What I'm gonna ask you guys to do, if you have those, is to, we're gonna sign them just like your name appears, and you're gonna give those, you're gonna send those back to me, and we'll get them e-filed, okay?
In front of a notary.
Yeah, in front of a notary.
Okay.
Yes, if you know, guys, there's a spot for you to sign it in front of a notary. just sign it just as your name appears. In your case, Michael, it's just Michael Sinclair. And then if you guys will return those to me, you can email them to me. We'll get them recorded, okay? Likewise there's a document that's basically an oath that there are no debts against the estate. And I need y'all to do the same thing on that as well, okay? I need y'all to sign those documents and send them to me, okay?
Okay.
Going to your, now, I see that we have, it says that Grace G is what it's showing up as, but I'm hoping that's Kurt and Tammy Giles. Are y'all there and can you hear me? Okay.
Hey, Tammy.
Yeah, we'll move on, but we'll move on with Marianne Sinclair, then with your dad, guys.
All right.
Guys, you've had a chance to look at your dad's will as well, and you've had a chance to look at the proof of death and other facts that we prepared for dad. Can you let the court know that everything on that is true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Okay, great. I'm gonna ask you to do the same thing. I'm ask you to sign those in front of a notary and then send them to me and we'll get them recorded, as well as the proof of no debts against the estate, okay?
All right.
Okay, I don't have any further questions on either of these two witnesses, Your Honor.
Okay, so we are waiting on the disinterested witness.
Correct. On
And-
Thelma's estate.
And Your Honor, can I ask a quick question?
You may.
You had mentioned the date of my dad's, can you say the date of dad's will? You said it hadn't changed since again?
I've said since the date he made the will, he has not changed or revoked the will.
Okay, gotcha. I thought I heard a date. I kind of, the audio kind of cracked out. I apologize.
Gotcha.
Okay, well, fellas, unfortunately, our witnesses don't seem to be present right now, so we may have to reschedule them to come in or to testify at another time. But you guys have entered your testimony. We're good for you guys, okay? It looks like Michael's trying to talk to him on the phone.
All right, well, you gentlemen may be excused. We'll see what we can do about getting the witnesses in here. And then Mr. Brinkley will be in touch with you.
Very good.
Thank you very much.
I'll have a
Thank
great
you,
week.
guys.
You too. Thank you.
I'm gonna go to Miss Willie and I'll let you
That's
make a
fine.
call if you can get them and we can figure it out. We'll do
Sounds
that.
good, Judge. Sounds good.
All right, okay, so Stanley, Norman, and Miss Willie.
Can you hear us?
I can hear you, Miss Willie. We're waiting on Mr. Norman to sign on.
I think that's, was just speaking, Judge.
Yes, we're here.
Okay, Mr. Norman, you're gonna need to enable your camera so that I can see you, please.
Yes, sir.
Should be at the bottom left-hand part of your screen.
Video. Okay, got it. Wait, let's see. Can you see him?
Now,
Yeah, there he is.
Okay.
Mr. Norman, if you'll raise your right hand, please.
Yes, sir.
You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call shall be the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Norman, I'm gonna hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Margaret Burton. Do you recognize it as being her will?
Yes.
And I'm gonna go to the signature page of the will. And ask you if you recognize that as being her signature on that document.
Yes.
And after the date she made this will, which says January 26, 2019, to your knowledge, did she ever change it or revoke it?
Yes, it was not changed.
Okay. And it was not revoked?
No.
All right. Go right ahead, Miss Willie.
Well, you done everything, Judge, but I'll go through and pick up a couple of things.
Yeah, you should have a proof that he needs to be proved up.
I will do that, Judge. Stan, would you please state your full name for the court?
Stanley Norman.
And the judge has just held up Margaret's will and just confirm one more time that that is indeed her last will and testament.
Yes, it is.
Okay, and you are Margaret's brother, correct?
Yes.
And you're the named successor executor in the will, is that correct?
Yes.
The will first named her husband, James Burton, as executor, but he died before she did, is that correct?
Yes.
Would you confirm for the court that Margaret did pass away on October 16th, 2022, and she was 78 years old at the time she passed away?
Yes.
Did Margaret have a fixed place of residence in Jefferson County, Texas on the date of her death?
Yes.
Judge, just for the record, I ask that you take judicial notice that you do have indeed in your file the original of Margaret M. Burton's last will and testament, which is dated January 26, 2019.
Right. And I guess I don't see any waivers. From what I can see in the will, it appears that Ms. Burton's daughters were appointed as executors. How did we end up with Mr. Norman? Oh, here it is. Okay, I see it. He's I got it. I see
Got
it
it?
now.
All right,
All
thank you,
righty.
Judge. All right, and
Right.
no children, is that all, is all the testimony you need, Judge, or do you want a little, the
No,
other
that's
parts?
fine.
Okay,
Mr. Norman, you're going to take that proof of death and other facts in your oath and have them executed before a notary public. Return those to Miss Willie. She'll e-file those with the county clerk. When she does that, I'll sign the order admitting the will to probate. Make sure that you cooperate with her. Let's see. That's a muniment, so you don't have to file an inventory. So
No,
she'll
Judge,
take you through the rest of the process. So I hope
I'm
everything
sorry,
goes
Judge.
well.
I'm sorry, Judge, we're asking for letters. We did an amended application so that we can get letters.
You have that? Okay, it was on the docket as a muniment, so yes. So what you're gonna do, Mr. Norman, is you're going, once you get your letters, the date I signed the order admitting the will to probate and authorizing the clerk to issue you letters, you're gonna have 90 days from that date to file an inventory with the court. So make sure that you cooperate with Ms. Willie in getting that accomplished. If y'all have any questions, feel free to call us, but I hope y'all have a great week.
Thank you, Judge. We appreciate it. Thank you so
You bet.
much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right.
On one of the contested banks, the one we're doing the status conference on, the attorney is appearing soon, so we're gonna just put this up here.
Okay, well, I'm gonna run to my phone and then I'll come back in.
Okay.
Just see this. File.
Yes, sir. There it is. Mhm. Okay. Yeah. Yes, any Zoom.
The guy that told him that he could bring someone when you didn't have a witness.
Yes, sir.
Like we.
Yes, sir.
Okay, who is appearing by Zoom in this here?
Gezi.
Ms. Carrier and Mr. Lindsay, would y'all like to come forward, please? I'd like to let in Mr. Jersey. Y'all can come up here. How do you say your last name, sir?
Gezi.
Okay, Mr. Gezi. All right, so we're here today because in the estate of Baron Keith Banks deceased, cause number 121302. It appears that if I remember correctly, we hadn't talked about it since last week, but I think that this estate was admitted to probate in 2019 and 18.
Oh, no.
But in any event, we have not had an annual accounting done.
Yes, sir.
And I had received a letter from Mr. Waldo Rice Banks Sr. a couple of weeks ago. Alerted me to that information. I believe that's your client, Mr. Lindsay?
Yes.
Okay, and so number one, we're trying to get and I guess Shannon Holmes is the original applicant and the representative of the estate.
Yes, sir.
And so where are we? And
I took this over in April of 2021, and at that time, in looking at the inventory, and I didn't realize the inventory was, approved over 2 years after the administration. So we started the first accounting from July 1st, 2020 to 2021. And so we need to go back to July 2019 to July 2020. So, and this started with, we filed a motion to sell surplus property, personal property. The real estate has already been sold. So
okay, but none of the heirs have received anything.
it's all there in our accounting. The money's still in the bank, but we need to go back to 2019, 2020. And so our report is, we don't want to just mess this up any further because we don't know who the heirs are. So we got a motion. I've got a motion that Mr. Gezzi helped me with to actually appoint a geologist. Apparently, Mr. Banks was adopted, has no siblings, but he has one biological sibling who's called me. Miss Charlie's with me. She's helping with the accountings. So we don't know right now who the heirs are. We've not done an application of determination of heirship.
Okay, what's our bond in this case?
$445,000.
I think we raised it, didn't we?
Yes, from 40.
At one point.
Yes, because of all of the property that's sold.
Okay, Mr. Gezzi, do you have any comments or anything that you'd like to discuss about this?
No, Your Honor, I was just kind of tuning in to see what the status was as well. And I kind of was involved pretty early. I made my appearance for my clients not long after the probate was filed 4 years ago. I did work with Mr. Holmes for a bit. I came out to see some of the assets early on, but I've been trying to help Ms. Carrier get the airship off the ground. I did refer her to Kelvin Myers, who I've used in a number of other cases.
That's a genealogist?
Yes, sir. He's a forensic genealogist in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. He's pretty good, and he's not expensive. If he usually takes about a $1,200 retainer, and for a small estate like this, with relatively few heirs on the paternal and maternal moiety, I don't imagine it would cost him very much money to get all the heirs identified and an affidavit to the court.
Okay, very good. Mr. Lindsay?
I have nothing, Your Honor.
Okay, so I'm gonna reset this. I'm gonna wait for your motion to hire a genealogist or whatever it is that you need assistance. This is a dependent, is that correct?
Yes. Yes.
And then, well, we have a bond, yeah. So
Can we get some guidance on the accounting? Because we do want to clear that up. We've got the 2021, that's there. We finished the 21, 22, but we don't want to keep filing things. Can we withdraw the accountings that are pending? Because I don't think the court has signed any orders on any of them.
yeah, I want to go back to
2019.
the beginning.
Yes, sir.
And, you can probably start with your inventory.
Yes.
And then, although I think the initial inventory was much smaller, because if we raised the bond, I didn't know about it at
Well,
the
I think
original hearing.
you raised the bond after the sale of the property.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, start there and try to give me a picture from then moving forward. I'm gonna put you on a pretty tight leash and reset this for a status conference for 3 weeks to see what progress y'all made. In the interim, if you want to file the applications to hire the genealogist, that would be great.
Okay, I got that ready.
But let's try to, well, we'll give it a month and then come back in and let me know what progress you've made. Hopefully everything will come together and y'all will have it done. But then we'll determine the heirs and y'all can wrap this up, hopefully.
So what you were asking that was on the ones that have been, the motions filed already that have all the orders out. You want us to like,
There's no
Not
orders that have been.
right, you
signed.
just wanted to approve, yeah, we can not
Like the
approve.
site plan, really to help the court to cut to the chase on everything, have everything ready to go. And can file one comprehensive accounting all the way back to 2019. Right now, there's up to I think there's
Yeah.
five.
Five.
There's about to be
Yeah, there are
five
five
amended
Yeah,
accountings.
so we'll hold that
It's pretty
until our
recent.
next status conference. Okay.
Okay, but we can go ahead and file it.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
All right. Thank y'all so very much.
Thank you.
Let me know if y'all need anything. Thank you, Mr. Gesney.
Judge, thank you.
Take care.
You too.
Okay, no more Zoom, correct?
No, sir.
Yes, sir.